My name's Alistair Brockbanks, and I went to the University of Southampton, studied politics and international relations. I graduated in 2007 and went to Spain for a year, and then joined the Arriva Graduate Scheme after that at Arriva London on the general management scheme. I've got an interest in transport, so that attracted me to the sector first off. But Arriva has such a scope within Europe, so many opportunities available, and it's such a diverse organisation that other transport companies couldn't offer that. So from the original tour, I went to driver training and then drove the bus in service for 5 weeks over Christmas and New Year. So a challenging period to drive a bus in London if driving a bus wasn't challenging enough in London. So I was about 8 or 9 months into my scheme, and I was on placement in the rail replacement department at Arriva London, and I was given the opportunity to, not after shadowing someone for several weeks, to actually run the department. So I was during those 2 weeks I was in charge of the operation, and I had the following weekend all organised and allocated and sorted by the Tuesday. And on the Wednesday morning, I received a phone call from Transport for London saying Jubiliee Line, one of the busiest lines on London Underground, was going to be closed that Sunday, and I had to provide, could I provide an emergency service to cover the closure. I said yes, of course, straight away, because we always wanted to meet the demands of Transport for London, and then set about organising the service. So that meant a lot of phone calls to relevant garages, and using a lot of the relationships that I'd built up over the previous few months to put the service together. And after a lot of effort, a lot of phone calls, a lot of asking of favours, we managed to put the full service together, and it was something that when the weekend was a success, I later received a few phone calls and emails from people high up in the company in Arriva London to say that you've done a really good job there. As part of my graduate scheme, I went on a 2-week European placement to Arriva's operations in Spain. The first week was spent in Madrid in De Blas, which is a large urban operator in Madrid, much like Arriva London, operating high-frequency services with buses full of people. And it was interesting mainly to see the relationship between De Blas and the local operator, much the same with Arriva London's relationship with Transport for London. I then went to Arriva Noreste in Galicia, and that was a massive contrast, not only to Arriva London but also to De Blas. It was a rural operator running over much larger distances. In Arriva London, we provide a service that people don't use out of choice, they use it out of necessity. London's buses are a major part of London, and to be part of the operation makes me very proud.